There's my audience for my informative speech. I grew up in a middle-class family. I attended high school, and then I graduated high school and I began my life as an adult. This is the typical American lifestyle. You go to school, you graduate high school, you attend college, and then you begin your career in the workforce. I assumed the whole world was like this, but I was wrong. After traveling to Belize, I was able to visit the locals, and it is a completely different world. Today we're going to look at the background, the economy, and local business practices of Belize. First, let's look at the background. On the website www.cia.gov, which is maintained by the Central Intelligence Agency, I learned that Belize was once made up of many Mayan city-states, and a lot of Mayan ruins still remain there. In the mid-1800s, Belize was known as the British Honduras, and in 1981 they gained their independence. And here is their flag. Belize is now ruled under English law, and Queen Elizabeth II is the chief of state, and the Prime Minister is Dean Oliver Barrow. English is the primary language. Belizean Creole is widely spoken though, but English is the language that business is conducted in. So if you're traveling there for business, you have no problem, as long as you can speak English. After consulting Culturegrams Online, which is a leading research site, I learned that children mainly go to primary school from the ages of 6 to 14, but they do have to pay for school, so a lot of families can't afford to keep their kids in school. If they can, they will go on to secondary school and then college. In summary, the Belize is an independent country, and it remains under English rule. It was once the site of many Mayan city-states, and education is a privilege and not a right. Let's move on to discussing the economy. Belizean economy mainly relies on tourism. It is on the northern east coast of Central America, and it is right underneath the tip of Mexico. And here's a larger map, but it's right here on the coast. It hosts the second largest barrier reef, and it is a big cruise stop destination, so that also helps to boost tourism. Exportation is the second biggest contributor to the Belizean economy, and some of the bigger exports are sugar, citrus, bananas, and crude oil. Our guide, whenever we visited Belize, was able to cut some fresh sugarcane for us to try, and it was a really neat experience. Knowing that the country relies on exportation, agricultural work is a large source of employment. The leading research guide, Culturegrams website, last updated November 4th, 2016, tells us that poverty affects at least 1/3 of the country. The CIA website also states that there is a huge income disparity between rich and poor, which means most of the population lives in poverty. In summary, Belize relies heavily on foreign countries to boost their economy with tourism and exportation. Let's now discuss local business practices. The best-selling authors Terry Morrison and Wayne Conaway's book, Kiss, Bow, or Shake Hands, a guide to doing business in more than 60 countries, last revised in 2006, was able to give me the following information. Whenever you go to Belize for business, you want to make sure and hire a local Belizean native, and make sure they are a native, because not everyone is aware of the business practices in Belize. Make sure you have that person to be your business contact. You want to also be aware of the local business jargon, in that breakfast is known as tea, lunch is known as dinner, and dinner is known as tea or drinking tea. Lunch is known as dinner because it is the heaviest meal of the day, and it's also the preferred meal for doing business. Whenever you're visiting, you want to maintain your punctuality with all of your business transactions and meetings. This means you want to make sure and check the weather, because hurricanes or tropical storms can affect your schedule. And you also want to make sure and make all your appointments at least a week before you travel to Belize. When you greet someone, a man will shake another man or woman's hand, but a woman, on the other hand, will only shake another man's hand. It's not customary for women to shake hands. Also, greeting someone, you call them Mr., Mrs., or Miss, just like we do here in the United States. Whenever you're going to a business meeting, you also dress like you do here in the United States. A man wears a suit and tie, and a woman normally wears a dress, but it's becoming more popular for women to also wear pants to a business meeting. When you're attending a casual occasion, jeans are okay for that, and this information was found in the Cultograms website. In summary, you want to keep this information in mind when you're doing or when you're planning to travel to Belize for business, and you will be successful. I hope you've learned what to expect when traveling to Belize for business. After we have reviewed this country's background, economy, and common business practices. You should now be well informed and ready enough to plan your trip to Belize, and it's only a click away. Thank you.
Woohoo!
And here is my remaining audience. They're all still here, so thank you so much.